be so lonely. If you're leaving, baby, let me down slowly. Let me down.
It's your boy Oscar, and welcome back to a new video. And today I am here with Dragon and VoiceGuy. Welcome to my podcast. Welcome to the video.
What's
Yeah,
up? What's up? What's up?
Appreciate you for having us. Thank you.
First things first, how are you guys doing?
Dragon?
Another day. Still kicking. Still loving life. How about you, V?
Today's my day off. I get now 2 days off, so I'm just chilling, relaxing, getting ready for some cast tonight, but other than that, just another day. That's all it is.
Mm-hmm.
My first question for both of you guys, how did you guys get into Rocket League? Rocket League.
I'll let you kick this one off, V.
Mine's kind of a long story, so I mean, if you want to start off, Drag, I don't mind. I don't mind.
Honestly, for me with Rocket League, I want to say I was in either just finishing 8th grade or just starting my freshman year.
Mm-hmm.
But my buddy and I, we were just kicking it at the house, looking for new games. We saw it, and we just kind of. I didn't really get into it like when I first started it. I started like really loving it like 2-3 years ago.
Yeah.
But yeah, I want to say probably my freshman year of high school, we were like, oh hey, we like soccer, we like cars, cool. We started playing it. We were both complete trash. I can tell you that much right now. It was horrible. We're over here flying past the ball, not knowing what to do, don't know how to jump, don't know how to flip. But it was just the fun of it. We weren't really trying to be the next Justin or anything like that.
So cars and soccer.
Oh yeah.
What about you, V?
So, with me and Rocket League have a long, rocky relationship. I've been playing Rocket League pretty much since the start of Rocket League, because I was just scrolling through the PlayStation Store one day, and Rocket League was the free game of the month. And I was like, Rocket League? What's that? So I took a peek at it. It was soccer with cars, and I was just like, what is this game? This game is stupid. And then I dropped it for like 2015. I played it for a little bit, and then I picked it back up like 2016, 2017, and that's when I really started like having a drive and like a passion for Rocket League. It's just there's no other game like Rocket League, and that's what drew me towards Rocket League as much as it has, to be honest.
Yeah.
And not to mention, there's no cheaters. You can't like, I mean, there's Smurfs, but there's Smurfs in every game that you go to. I mean, no matter if it's COD or Marvel, whatever it could be.
Yeah.
But Rocket League is just on and off. I really didn't start having a passion for it till about, I'd like to say 2018 is when I started taking it seriously and started trying to get better. Because I have clips all the way back from 2016 of me hitting a clip, and it is awful. I'll tell you this to this day, it is awful. I don't know why I clipped it, but I was proud in the moment.
Yeah.
And it's just, I love Rocket League as a whole. I really do.
Yeah.
I've been playing it, it's been out since 2015, and it's now 2025. I think we're coming up on a 10-year anniversary to Rocket League here soon. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
I'm not too sure, though.
It's about to be.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's a big one.
Oh, yeah, I'm hoping.
Hopefully they do something.
Yeah.
Like a little like special like event or something.
Mm-hmm. It's like bring back some old things, like some limited time Dracos, or like just whatever the classics were back in the day. Because when you think of wheels, immediately you think of Zombas, Dracos,
Cristianos.
Cristianos were a classic as well.
Mm-hmm.
Or trading. They could bring back trading. The nice.
I would love for Rocket League to bring back trading, but that ship's been sailed, unfortunately, since like the whole merge with Rocket Racing, I think, because like everything's like coexisting with Fortnite, and I don't know if they can incorporate that, because with you trading from Rocket League, you'd have to trade from Fortnite, I think. I don't know much about coding.
Yeah.
So both of you guys are casters. How how difficult is casting a game? Cause you know how like people are different ranks and like
Hmm.
GCs, champion. It could be like platinum. It could be like any any type of ranks. How difficult is it? Cause sometimes I like hear like let's say like Sporty, and
Hmm.
Sporty's like doing it really fast. And I'm like, what is he saying?
Forty's a legend. He commentates so
Oh yeah.
quickly, and it's just like he was one of my first people that I watched casting before I
Yeah,
stepped into casting, and
yeah,
it was just like a lot because if you go from like say C1 rank,
yeah.
Champ 1, and that's like it's slow, but it's also fast at the same time. But then once
Mm.
you get up to C2, C3, GC, GC3, SSL, that's like a whole nother league. Like I casted a
Mm,
pretty much an SSL game last night for fun,
Yeah.
and they were so fast. But I've learned from casting for just over a year now.
Mm.
Casting and I can just yap. I just can keep talking, 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 and it's just casting
Mm.
is a two-person job at the end of the day, but I like it being a one-person job. I'll be honest. I'm better at casting by myself than I am co-casting with somebody else. Just because I feel like I cut other people off because I yap so much.
What about you, Dragon?
so I recently just took the plunge into casting.
Yeah.
That from V. He asked me if I wanted to do it, and I was like, I always wanted to try. And I will say, me being I'm a little lower than V. He's like 2 ranks higher than me. I don't perceive stuff as fast as he does. So yeah, when it gets to those higher gameplays, it's a little hard. Like when I'm going watching when I'm casting for a GC3 plus uh league, it's I'm I'm having troubles. Like they'll
Yeah.
hit the ball and then immediately another ball gets hit and then it gets hit again. And you're like,
Yeah.
all right, how do I fill this in without making it sound dumb? Like
Mhm.
it takes time. Like I'm not saying you have to be the best player in Rocket League in order to cast. I'm not saying
Yeah.
that at all.
Yeah.
You just you're either able to read it fast enough and continue with it, or you're able to fill that space to make it seem like nothing was missed.
Mhm.
Mm. Um, cause I'm a caster myself, and sometimes I cast and like that's why I asked you guys. I'm like, cause I used to do lows when it like people asked me to do like Los games. I I used to do that. I did and like other leagues and yeah.
I think
Um
I've casted for Los a few times,
yeah.
but my main thing has been CPL. Like
Yeah.
as you can see right up,
Yeah.
I muted my mic. My apologies. Up there, I'm official caster for CPL, and I recently just became an official caster for Oasis Gaming as well.
Yeah.
And then if you've heard of Golden Hour Esports, I also
Mhm.
recently became an official caster for them as well.
Mhm.
Insane orgs. Like when it comes to casting, it's just have fun with it. Like that's the way
Yeah.
I see it is be professional, but also have fun with it because it's all about just you don't have to understand Rocket League to enjoy Rocket League. That's the way I see it because Rocket League you can watch it and just be in awe of these players being mechanical, being
Hmm.
technical, all these different things
But
because
but like sometimes it's like, what if like your two friends are playing like a 1v1, and it's like you can't be like biased, you know?
yeah, yep.
Yeah,
That's the hardest part about casting because, especially repping these orgs that I rep, like I love these teams, but when I go into a cast that has, say, one from Oasis and one from CPL, I'm torn at the end of the day. I really am. I can't root for either team,
Yeah.
but it's tough. It really
well,
is.
that's like tonight for me. I'm casting a game for someone that's in our org.
Mhm.
Like they're our org team, but I can't be biased towards them because
Mm.
that's not fair.
Hmm.
So I have to keep everything professional, make sure everybody knows that I'm not rooting for our team. I'm just doing everything to show them we're having a good game.
Yeah. Um. What like started you guys to cast? Cause like you know like people have like different stories.
So for me, casting was tossed to me from a friend of mine. I'd like to say I was friends with him for a good 2 years before he threw casting towards my way. Because I didn't even know what casting was when he brought it up to me. He's like, "Oh, do you want to become a caster?" And I was like, "What's a caster?" He's like, "Oh, you just commentate over like what Call of Duty people do over the tournaments." And I'm like, "Oh yeah." And
Mhm.
he's just like, "Your call outs are pretty much you casting. Like every time we play games, you're always calling out where the ball's gonna go, who's gonna hit it, how it's gonna get hit."
Mhm.
And I was like, why not? And a year later, I'm loving it. Like I've grown exponentially from it. Like I've met so many amazing people. I wouldn't have met Dragon without casting. I wouldn't have met all the people that are in my org. I wouldn't have met any of them through cast. Like if I didn't
Yeah.
cast, I'm just super thankful for casting. I really am. I have a deep passion for casting. Because if you've ever tuned in to any of my casts, I usually am super loud and super excited when it comes to my casts. Like
You
I
won't
will
stop
be
talking.
non-stop talking, like non-stop. It's bad. I have 3 bottles of water on my desk right now as we speak because I'm prepping for my cast later tonight.
What about you, Dragon?
So I've been on and off with streaming in general for probably the past few years now.
Mhm.
And when V was telling me he was making this organization, I was like, "Oh, that's awesome." He's like, "Yeah." He's like, "I'm gonna need someone to help me with casting." It's something I've wanted to do. I just haven't really taken the plunge for it. And so V basically took me under his wing, and I just went from there. Just and it's just been going on. I think I've done what, like 6 or 7 casts now,
Yep.
somewhere around there.
And very good cast too. Like at the start, you could tell you're new, but I mean, you've already had people request you and things of that sort,
Hmm.
so you're doing good. It's just a matter
Yeah,
of just supporting. That's all it is. Is casting is just being yourself is like one of the key important parts of casting. Is
yeah,
like yes, the stats matter, all of this, all the technical stuff matters, but if you're just a robot, like it's not gonna pull people into want to watch and things of that sort.
Mhm.
yeah.
Um, do you guys have any questions for me? Cause um, I'm a Rocket League player and a caster, and you know, me
I do have
compete.
one question.
Yeah, what's up?
So when did you start playing Rocket League? Where is your origin story with Rocket League?
Uh, I was in a VC uh with my two coaches, and he was doing the rings,
Ah, I love rings.
and he was just going through them like really fast because he's a GC player,
Ah,
and I was like, what the fuck is this game?
right.
And I'm just
Got-
like should I try it? I might be trash, but should I try it?
Oh yeah.
And I just downloaded it. I was like, oh,
So that was probably after Rocket League became free to play. I'm assuming
I believe so. I don't know when that was.
because I remember Rocket League when it first launched. I think it was $20.
I think it
I'm
was.
pretty sure
I think it was
it
like.
was.
I think it was like 10, 15, something.
Yeah, it was somewhere around. It was like a low number. It wasn't like your $60 game. It was
Mhm.
like 15, $20, somewhere around there.
Yeah. Um.
So
Oh, go ahead.
so you brought up being a player and a caster. So I know V did a little bit of that in season 1 of CPL.
Mm-hmm.
Season 1, right? Did you do it in season 0 as well, or
Yes,
no?
in season 0, I was strictly a caster. Season 1, I was a caster and a player,
All right.
which was very difficult.
I
Very
was gonna
difficult.
I was gonna say how because I've been contemplating wanting to join a team again because I was part of a team in season 1. But what are the struggles you've found this season, at least trying to be a player and a caster?
You know, it's just like the mental, cause like when you play the game, it's like I have to do comms, you know.
Mhm. Yeah,
Eh, If it's like twos or threes, but if it's like ones, I can just chill and listen to music.
Hmm.
But casting is just it's not difficult, but it's not hard. at the same time, cause like you know I've I've learned from like Sporty. I learned from Galloway. I learned from so many people. You know.
Okay. Do you think it's harder to like manage your schedule, like doing both of them? Like, are you able to get sufficient like practice time and still be able to cast, and
Yeah.
obviously you'll be at your games?
Yeah. It depends. It depends cause like I schedule like everything. Cause like if I have a game, I have to practice with my team, and then and then cause I like schedule everything right now.
Hmm.
You know.
That's a
Okay.
key factor when it comes
Yeah.
to like doing casting and also playing. That was what I struggled with because I was also team captain at the same time, so I had to schedule all the practices on top
Hmm.
of also casting, and I was becoming a big one of the main casters of CPL, and that was a lot of pressure on me, and just balancing that is it was a lot.
Yeah. Cause like being a player and practicing with your teammates is just like I wouldn't say it's difficult, but like you know.
It could be
It does
tiring.
pose. It just tiring poses
Yeah.
some challenges sometimes.
And then like the next day you have to wake up and then be like a caster. It's just like
Yep.
Yeah. Well, I mean, in like having to go to work and stuff, like you're having to deal
yeah,
with
yeah.
regular work and then come back to essentially kind of work again.
Yep.
Basically, yeah.
That's where I
Um,
find like casting it's like a different perspective of Rocket League. That's what I love about casting so much is you get to see it at a different angle than a player.
yeah.
You're
Mhm.
watching these say GC3 and ups. Like I got 2 games I'm casting of a GC3 plus team later tonight, and these players are like they're in the top 50s, like top 50 global. Like they're
Mm,
insane players, and it's just watching them do it is just amazing. It's just like how do you get to this level? Like I know one of them has less than 3K hours,
shit.
less than 3,000 hours in your SSL. That is impressive. Like I've been, I don't even want to say how many hours I have. I have too many. That's what I will say.
Mhm.
Yeah, same.
I have too many.
Um, let's see, let's see, let's see. Um, did you guys watch the Super Bowl?
Oh yeah.
Indeed.
Non-topic of Rocket League.
Yeah, I was there for that. That was honestly a very surprising outcome. I thought it was
Um,
going to go a lot differently, and I'm very happy it didn't. I'm not an Eagle fan whatsoever, or not. I'm not a Chiefs fan whatsoever, or
yeah,
an Eagles fan. But I much rather wanted to see the Eagles win because Patrick Mahomes has been on his high horse for a very long time, and
Hmm.
he needed to be humbled very
He really
quickly,
did.
and
And I
he
feel
got
like after
humbled
that, yeah, I was
very
about to
hard.
say, after that game, he definitely got humbled,
yeah,
which was needed.
I will say the
I'm
Chiefs are
not big into
probably.
sports either.
I am and I'm not. I used to be very big into football, but
yeah,
after the past few years, I've kind of just like, it's whatever.
yeah,
And I've been focused more on like gaming and stuff like that.
yeah. Um,
Who'd
hmm.
you root for, Oscar?
I, s- I said before the game, my heart is with the Eagles, but my mind thought the Chiefs was gonna win. You know?
Hmm.
And I think that's how a lot of people were too, because I mean, we've seen the past few years with the Chiefs. They've gotten a lot of stuff,
Yeah.
controversy or not, but that's what a lot of people were saying. But thankfully, they did not get what they wanted. I will say I noticed a lot of the times, like whenever the refs would call something, I noticed they would they would call it and then they would smile when it was a flag against KC, and I was like, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but they're like over here happy and smiling and smirking, calling a flag on KC. I was like, I like it though.
Yeah. Um. Let's see. Let's see. Do you have a question for me, Dragon? Because I know.
We've hopped off the subject of Rocket League a little bit. what do you do outside of here? Like, what do you do outside of like casting and YouTube and Rocket League?
Um, just go hang out with my dog. You know,
Okay, heck yeah.
work. Basically, it's like work, hang out with my dog, and play Rocket League. For right now, you know.
What do you do for work?
Uh, I work for a grocery store.
Oh, nice.
I worked grocery store for about a year, give or take. And I'll tell you what, during them busy times like Black Friday, Thanksgiving, all those big holidays, you guys are slammed like no other, bro. And I have respect for people that work in that industry. I really
Bro,
do.
bro, even like today, my coworker was like, yesterday was, 'cause she worked in the Super Bowl yesterday, right?
Mhm.
Oh,
And she said it was Thanksgiving. It seemed like Thanksgiving yesterday.
oh, I
So
bet.
everybody would probably buying bulk of nachos, like all the little small stuff for
Last
parties. Yep.
last second things that they forgot the day before, week prior, kind of thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
I've definitely had to do that. Last second. Oh, hey, we don't have enough dip. Okay, I'll run to the store and grab it real quick. Meanwhile, there's like half the country's population in the store, and you're like, oh man, I don't think I'm going to be able to get what I'm looking for.
Yeah. Um, let's see. Um, how like, cause like I watched like a little bit of RLCS and I listened to the casters and I'm just like, how do they do this? I'm just like, you know,
Hmm.
cause like different, cause like it's sometimes it's like EU people, sometimes it's NA, and I just listen to them cast. I'm just like, I'm so impressed by them, you
Well, if
know?
I'm not mistaken, I think most casters for RLCS are like previous players, correct?
I'm not
Or
sure.
some.
They have some sort of history behind Rocket League.
Yeah, I do know that. It's
I know
They
that.
either coaching or like previous players, something like that.
yeah, I
And I
believe
know
so.
majority of RLCSs I think are co-casted. I think it's at least two
I mean,
casters all the
yeah,
time.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
pretty sure.
it's always two casters. So I'm just like, how do they do this? Cause like,
Uh, the EU major, um, there was three casters for that one when I was watching that one last
Oh,
week. Yeah, there was three of them.
how does that work though? Three
I don't
casters.
I don't know.
So I find it difficult casting with another person. So I can imagine. I mean, casting is a two-person job at the end of the day
yeah,
because
Mhm.
only one person can speak so fast till
yeah.
it gets
Yeah.
to the point of constant yapping.
Cousin yapping.
Hmm. I'm a professional yapper. That's what I go by. Like I'm a
Oh yeah.
professional yapper.
Yeah, if you get him,
um,
if you get him started, he will not stop.
Oh yeah. Especially during a good series, you take that to a game five. I am like on the edge of my seat, looking over, rooting for both sides to take that to a 10-minute OT, intense. Like I love those games.
Oh
So
yeah.
when you cast a series and it's like a 3-0 sweep, I won't lie. I would say I'm a little bit disappointed, but at the end of the day, teams have their days. Teams don't have their days.
yeah.
It's all about
Exactly.
how you play in that moment. It doesn't matter what you're ranked. You could be number one in the world and still have an off day.
Mhm.
Yup.
Um, do you guys have any other questions for me? Cause
Hmm.
anything on top of your head that
So you said you did cast for Los Champs. How long have you been casting for, would you say?
I before it closed, I did a series or two.
Okay.
I think I did one ones match and one twos.
I've never casted a ones or a twos series.
Yeah.
Those seem easier to cast as well because there's not as many players to know where they're at on the field, call out what they're doing, etc., you know.
Oh shit. Oh man. Um. Yeah, and I have these like other leagues that I cast for.
Okay.
I
What
have
leagues are those?
um it's FDL FDL RKTU let's see um yeah, those are the main ones. And then
Heck yeah.
I did one I did one bootleg cuz last year uh we wanted a cast, right, for the semifinals of the FT Triples League, right?
Mm-hmm.
And and Galloway was asking, he was like asking around. He was like, um, anyone uh, is anyone free to cast with me and this other person? And I was like, I'm up for it, cause I'm not even playing, cause I was a part of the team, and
Oh,
What?
so you were sub?
I was reserved. I was
Okay, you on reserve.
yeah. It was a threes league, so they put me on reserve. So I was like, it is what it is, you know. uh, I just said I just said good luck, guys. And then left call,
It'd be like that sometimes.
and then me and Galloway were setting up, and
Heck
then,
yeah.
and then we did a 3-man cast.
How did that
How was
go?
that? Yeah, how was that?
It was it was decent because it was me, Galloway, and another person. It's
Were you
difficult,
guys like difficult, but like not trying to talk over people and stuff like that?
yeah, because
Okay.
because because they were like diamond champion, I believe.
Oh, they are very unpredictable. You don't know what's gonna happen with them.
Yeah. Um. So usually you guys do just just um by yourselves, or
Mhm.
do you guys just like bring on guests? Because bringing on a guest is like I guess way better, but like sometimes is you know.
I would say like co-casting is easier, but I've adapted to casting by myself for so long that it's just easier for me to call everything out. And then when I do a cast with a guest,
Hmm.
it's just I end up talking over them, and then it's just like we get conjumbled, and then it gets sloppy. And I feel like I'm part to blame on that a lot of the times, just because I'm always calling out, and then they're saying something, and I'm talking over them, and it's just it can be messy sometimes. But duo cast is easier, I would like to say, in the long run.
Mm. What
Yeah.
what about you, Dragon? You feel the same way?
So I've never done co-casting before. We were supposed to do one today, but CPL has some extra games that were started today, so
Hmm.
V and I weren't able to get our co-cast in today. I would love to try it. I haven't done it before, so I honestly don't know how it would go.
I mean,
I'm pretty
it's. Go ahead. Sorry.
right there. There, see,
Yep.
there it
Yep. Yep. Yep.
is. I'm pretty good about knowing when V like with V and his talking stuff. Like I can work around his talks. I feel V and I would be somewhat good together
Mhm.
because we've been together for the past over a year now.
Yeah.
So I feel him and I would do a decent job casting together. But like throw me with a random person I don't know or like know but not very much. I don't know how well that would go because I don't know how they talk. I don't know their tendencies, what they would try and call for. And V and I, we like to have a plan, so we
Mhm.
definitely make sure to have a plan beforehand, even like starting to cast.
I feel like that's needed for like any co-cast though. It's just like either do like play-by-plays. One team calls out what orange team does. Not one team. One caster calls out orange team. One caster calls out blue team. So that
Yeah.
way there's no like collision there, and you guys aren't calling out the same team
Hmm.
and giving this same light to one team over the other team kind of thing. So there doesn't look like there's favoritism.
Mhm.
Yeah.
How are you guys feeling about the CPL league?
Oh, I could go on all day about CPL. CPL is where I originated as a caster, and it was, I think I was one of four casters at the beginning. I think there was four of us because it was, remember correctly, it was me, Sporty, Etch a Sketch, Hazards. There was a few other names. I can't think of them right now, but there was very few of us, and Sporty is also running his own league and doing a lot of his
Yeah.
stuff. So he was just popping on, helping out when he can. But managing your own league, I'm sorry, you're busy all the time when you're doing that though, because you got to
Mhm.
do the schedules, the teams, like everything. Like everything is on you at that point. So I didn't really blame Sporty for not being there during cast because man's already got his plate full. So I respect him
Hmm.
as a caster, and he does a very good job casting overall.
Mhm. What about you, Dragon?
Uh, I honestly really love CPL. I was in CPL for season 0. I kind of came in, I want to say, 3/4 of the way through CPL season 0 when they
Mhm.
were still getting their like stuff together. Um, I joined the team.
Mhm.
My rank is I've peaked the champ, and I joined a C2 C3 team. So
Sheesh.
it was a little rough at the beginning.
Mhm.
Um, but that was my first introduction to like competitive, like actual competitive Rocket League, and it was rocky. And I was like, I don't know how I feel about this, and then season 1 came, and everything came together. I got I got more in contact with V. V helped me
Hmm.
a lot. He helped, like, I wouldn't necessarily say coach me, but just help me like understand a lot
I
more
hope you
things with
train.
the game.
Yeah,
Yeah, train basically.
I
He
can't
trained.
tell you how many 1v1s I threw this man's in against me. I mean, by not any means, I'm not the best 1v1
Oh
player, but
shit.
I can tell you and be aggressive on what you should do and shouldn't do in specific scenarios. Because I'm
Yeah.
only C3 at peak,
Yeah.
almost GC, but hopefully I'll reach there one day. But it's when it comes to once you get past champ, I feel like it's all about doing things insanely fast, but at the same time doing them
Mhm.
slow at the same time.
Mhm.
Like, which sounds confusing, but it's all about control, boost management, all those little things
Yeah.
that add up to going past gold, past plat. None of those things really matter because you're just all about getting the goal in the net, consistent pressure, things of that
Yeah.
sort. But once you get up to C3, GC, if you miss the ball, I'm sorry, that ball is going in your net. Like no matter what, like if you're in a GC lobby, that ball is in your net because the shot percentage during at
Ah.
least at that rank is 90% of the time they're hitting it on net.
Yeah.
Well, you can honestly use the old story, tortoise and the hare.
Hmm.
You can try and start off fast all you want,
Yeah.
but it's not gonna work out for you in the end. If you take it slow and steady and you just do your thing and
Mhm.
get better over time, instead of trying to rush the process,
Mhm.
you're not gonna get anywhere rushing.
Yeah.
But if you take your time and you act like the tortoise, in the end you'll come out on top.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
don't get me wrong. There's some people that have ascended in Rocket League fairly quickly. If we take a look at some pro players like Dark, if you guys know Dark,
Oh yeah.
that man grew immensely. I mean, he was mechanical off the rip, but his mechanics just became nastier and nastier, and he grew so fast. He went from being I think he was just a YouTuber or a TikToker at one point, and
Yeah.
then I think he's actually a competitive player now. I don't, I do pay attention to RLCS scene, but at the same time not, just
Mhm.
because I'm already busy with everything else I'm already doing.
Yeah.
Hmm. I was say, isn't Dark or Dark? Isn't he like 16, 15, 16 years old now?
Yep,
Yeah, and
he's insane.
he started when he was like 13, and
Yep.
he was good when he started too. But it's insane to see where he's gotten to
Yeah.
in just that short amount of time.
Yeah. It's like crazy how how like I I don't call them kids, but like these like 14, 15, like 16-year
Hmm.
old kids like play like that, you know?
Exactly. Like we have a coach in our org. He's pretty sure he's like the youngest person in there. He's
Hmm.
like 16 years old. He's a GC3.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
He's younger than I am. I'm pretty sure I've been playing the game longer than he has, and he's ascended leaps and bounds ahead of me. Like
Hmm.
he's a demon. He's good.
I
exactly.
feel like.
Like, huh?
Go
Go
ahead.
ahead.
Sorry.
No, go ahead.
No, no, no. You.
No, I just feel like how no. Sometimes like when I watch like RLCS, like I feel like some people like take tips from the pros and they just emerge it from them, and it's like, what the fuck are they doing?
Hmm.
Yeah,
Let's mock them or something.
Like there's things. The thing about Rocket League that I love is the skill ceiling is practically non-existent. Like yes, GC3 SSL, that's like the skill ceiling,
Hmm.
but once you reach that level, you've mastered the game at that point.
Yeah.
Like you can literally do anything you want in the game. Like using Darku again as an example, I've
Hmm.
seen that man's flip reset like 3, 4 times in a like a live game 1v1, and it's just like, how are you able to find the space, find the you be able to do that? Like I'm over here trying to master one flip reset, and I'm struggling. I'm struggling bad.
exactly. Well, then you got the freestylers out there doing helicopter
Hmm.
resets,
Yeah.
doing like what Frontal Panda, I think his name is.
Panda is
Panda.
insane.
He did what was it, like 35 or 40 resets in a row? Like yeah, free to
He holds
play
a world
game,
record, I'm pretty sure.
but still, just knowing that he has the ability to actually keep control and keep doing those resets back to back to back, like that's an amazing skill. Like that's very hard to do.
Yeah. You cast and you're like, oh, he's up in the air. He's doing a musty flick. Oh, double tap.
Exactly. Yes. Like
Like,
the game you did yesterday, didn't he do a flip reset to a musty double tap?
yep.
Yeah.
He almost
Like
got the musty double tap. It was
yeah.
insane. It's just like at that rank, I mean, they defend those so easily though,
Yeah.
because when you look at freestylers, I'm not gonna bash on freestylers, but some freestylers do go in casual and they're super mechanical and they're playing against players that don't know how to react to it, so then clips
Yeah.
get hit and things of that sort. But that's not always the case. Because I mean, you take a GC3 and throw them into their lobby, obviously there's not going to be as many shots on net, and
Yeah.
it's just crazy the way these players play. Like the
Yeah.
skill ceiling, that's the thing that draws me to this game. Is I've quit Rocket League. I can't even tell you how many times of out of frustration of like I'm stuck at this rank, I'm never gonna get better, and then I just
Yo.
Yeah.
watch like a montage of say like Evample's one of my favorite
Mm,
freestylers. Like that man
yep.
is so clean, and just I watch one of them and I'm like, I have motivation now. I can do this.
Yeah.
Then you got
Um.
the new up and comings like Ruby. I don't know. I know
I've heard of
he's
Ruby. I haven't
yeah.
watched much of Ruby, but I've heard
So
good things about Ruby.
he's mostly on TikTok. He's a very good ground player. Very good on the ground with the ball. Like he can dribble like no one's business.
Mhm.
Who is it that does the 360? Was it
That's
is it
Ruby. That's Ruby.
that's Ruby?
The
That is
360
Ruby. I
dribble.
do. Yeah. The
Yeah.
360 dribbles and
Yeah.
can stop the ball on top of their car.
Yep.
Yeah,
360 dribble
that's Ruby.
to a
Yep,
musty flick. Yeah, dude's insane on the ground with the ball. I would
it's
love to get there one
impressive.
day.
It's
Like
super impressive.
it's not obviously practical for a game. Like you're not just gonna pop a 360 and musty flip it. Like it's someone's gonna read that very quickly,
You don't know
especially in
that?
his. Well, I
Yeah,
mean,
you
he
really
is.
don't.
Yes and no. Like you said
Ha.
though with the whole GC thing. If you put him into his regular lobby, like I believe he's like GC or something like that. If you put him into a GC lobby and you know that person, you're probably gonna know their tendencies. So like knowing someone's
Mhm.
tendencies too,
Yeah.
that's another thing. Like with the higher level players like RLCS and pros, they they watch these gameplays, these replays.
Mhm.
They track what they do. So they try and obviously at the end of the day, Rocket League you had to be kind of unpredictable. And V and I were talking about that a couple days ago. Like yes, everyone knows, oh, you can do a flip, you can do this, but at the end of the day, you gotta incorporate like you gotta be random with it. Like you gotta do whatever you can to do the unexpected so they're not prepared for it. Because at the end of the day, a regular hook shot or something like that can easily be saved.
Yeah. Um. Oh, go ahead. If you
Just with Rocket League is like what Rocket League really is, especially once you get up to GC and things like that, you're trying to read what your opponent's next move is and force your opponent into that said next move. And that's why I feel like a lot of the plays get canceled out just because everybody knows what everybody's going to do. So you hit them with a fake in the middle of it. They're like, what? He didn't hit the ball. Like, what's going on? Like,
Mm-hmm.
fakes do work, and they're one of my specialties. I love fakes. I won't even lie. They're one of my favorite mechanics in the game. I really do love fakes. You just see
Yeah.
someone go right past the ball, and it's hilarious every single time.
Yeah.
I mean, I even get super hyped when I get a fake because it's like, oh, I didn't think I was actually gonna work. Meanwhile, net's wide open, and I'm like, all right, time for me to score. And then I'll go and miss an open net, and I'm like, all right, this is my time to get off Rocket League because I clearly don't know what I'm doing.
It, it, it's like Dragon with the open net. He's trying to score,
No,
and he misses.
it really be like that. It really do. And but like everyone says, open nets are the hardest thing to hit in Rocket League because you have so much pressure on you to make the easiest shot, and you're like, oh, I got this, and then you overthink it, and you're like, oh, well, there's a crossbar. Oh, there's a post. Clearly, I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Slow and steady wins the race. Don't got to be in a rush, especially when it's an open net.
Mm. Do you guys have any more questions for me? Because I know I'm a player and a caster, so you know.
What is your rank again? You're C2, C3?
I'm in C1 and below with my
Okay.
team.
Oh, okay.
Which was your peak? Like C1, C2?
Uh,
Like all time.
all time. My highest. It used to be plat. It used to
Okay.
be plat. But me me like stopping and working and
Yup, life.
Yeah.
doing all these stuff. I mean, I have a little bit of time, but I don't have that much time because it's 24 hours, you know?
Yup.
Yeah.
There's only so much time in the day.
Yeah.
And when you're locked at work for 8, 10 hours, that's already pretty much half your day gone right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I
And
mean,
once
yeah,
you get home, you want to just relax, and then you're like, I gotta get this done, get this done, get this done. It's never ending.
you
I
Only
can drag
understand that
you can
wholeheartedly.
drag it you can drag it to the next day, but same time you drag it to the next day, you're
Mhm.
gonna be exhausted or this or that, and it's gonna ruin the whole entire schedule.
unless the next day you don't work and you want to grind.
Yup.
Yeah, I normally try to use my off days for like either casting or grinding Rocket League
Yeah.
or just a game in general.
Yeah. Besides like Rocket League and casting, what games do you guys play?
Go ahead, Drag. Because I play almost anything.
I
Anything under the sun.
I do and I don't play almost anything. It just depends on my mood. Like recently, like 2 days ago, I just picked up NBA 2K25, so I've been grinding that a little bit. Myself and V, another one of our buddies in our organization, we're on a what 32-day save
We're at
for
day 36 days.
36 for
Yep.
7 days to die. We've been playing a lot of 7 days to die recently. Yeah, Rocket League, NBA. I stopped playing Call of Duty. Call of Duty just annoyed me too much. I played a little bit of Marvel Rivals, and then seven
Oh, hold on.
days.
Let me pause that real quick. Call of Duty has changed so much from when I was younger, like back in the day of MW2, like old MW2, Modern Warfare 1, like World at War, all those games, they felt good. And it's just
Mhm.
nowadays it's just all these CODs are like I don't know how to explain it. It's just they feel different and they don't feel like how they I mean obviously they're going to change with the times and everything,
Yeah.
different like graphics and all that, but it's just not the same. And it's just I don't know what I'm playing it for. Like I'll play it with friends every once in a while, but
Mhm.
after a while I'm just bored of it and it's just doesn't interest me anymore.
But
Honestly,
but
oh, go ahead.
oh. What do you think about Black Ops 6 when it first came out? When it first came out, not right now.
When it first came out, I was all about it. It was fun. It was like one of the first Call of Duties I personally like grinded. Like I had fun with it. But I'm mostly a zombies player. Multiplayer is fun, but there's always going to be somebody out there that has better shots than I do because I'm not the best FPS player
Yeah, yeah,
by any means.
yeah.
What
I
about you, Drag?
I used to be like, not to be like toot my own horn, but I used to be pretty dang good at Call of Duty. Like I used to like snipe all the time, so I would do quick scoping matches, 1v1s. And I think at one point I went on like a 35 win streak of like 1v1s. Yeah,
Oh my.
I was honestly really good. But this is like I was in school, so like I would go to school, come home, and just play video games. Like that
Yep.
was my thing.
Yeah.
That was my thing. But that was BO2, BO1 time. Super into Black Ops 2. Like I feel once they got to Black Ops 2 and Modern Warfare 3, like after that, I feel it just like kind of declined.
See,
World
Modern
War
Warfare
2 wasn't
3 was
bad.
so good. Modern Warfare 3 was good. I feel like that was the last one because after Modern Warfare 3, it was what, Black Ops 4? Was it? I think
Black Ops 3. Black Ops 3,
Yeah.
and then it was World War 2, and then I went to Black Ops 4, I believe, and then Vanguard, Cold War,
Advanced
then-
Warfare.
Oh yeah, there's Advanced Warfare, Infinite Warfare. Those honestly were so trash. I forget about them.
They were
That's-
so memey. Like the movement was broken in those Call of Duties, and it was just
Yeah.
like
The exoskeletons and the boost
Yup,
jumping
yup.
and that like
Yeah.
this.
It was
I get your
fun. It was fun, but when you got down to like actually trying to grind, it's just like you're shot as soon as you're off a spawn, and it's like, why am I playing? Like,
or you run out and you see someone like boost in the air and like 360 out of nowhere, and you're like, okay, what's going on here? Or they boost up, they run on a wall, and they jump off the wall, boost back the other way, and you're like,
Yeah.
I don't know how to compete with this. Like, I'm just here to shoot people, not do parkour.
Um. Do you?
any other games for you, Drag?
Mm,
Not really. No. I mean, there is. I haven't played it recently, but a game you love to play, Brawlhalla.
I'd love Brawlhalla.
I picked that up a little bit again. Haven't played it too much, but every time I pick it up, I get beat by V.
I'll destroy you.
What's up?
I'll
Oh, in
destroy.
Brawlhalla?
Yeah.
Yo, sign me up, bro. I'm always down for a good fun time. Because I love Brawlhalla because I liked Smash Bros, but I never understood Smash Bros. Like, I understood it, but I didn't understand it to the level of where I started getting good at it. I would just spam buttons at the end of the day.
That's me, Brawlhalla.
That's literally what I would do, is just spam buttons. But Brawlhalla, I feel like it's easier to, like, learn a legend and learn their weapons. And once
Yeah.
you learn a weapon, you can differentiate going to this legend with that weapon, or like, because I'm a big hammer main. I love my hammers. Hammers are one of the most fun weapons in Brawlhalla for me because I can scoop you up like salad and throw you down to the bottom of the field. Like, I absolutely love it.
We shall see that.
We're gonna run some after this, so you already know. But for me, I would say I play pretty much anything underneath the sun. But my main games I would say is survivals. I absolutely love survivals. It's just anything that I can just go farm 1,000 wood or 1,000 stone just to go build whatever I want to build. Because I don't have much creativity when it comes down to it, but I try. I try my hardest. Because that's what I've gotten into 7 days recently in that game. It's been out for, I think it recently just came out of beta, because it's been in beta for, I'd like to say, at least 5 years. Or something like that. And I would say, like, just survival games are my comfort. You will not see me play any other, like, sports games besides Rocket League. Rocket League is the only game that I consider a sports game, but it's not at the same time. But I mean, it's soccer with cars at the end of the day. It's a sports game.
Yeah.
But like 2K, NHL, things of that sort, like, I'd never see myself playing just because I don't understand sports. I've never been a sports person myself.
Mm.
Growing up, sports never were my thing. I was more of the nerdy type and liking just games that are like fantasy, like another classics of mine would be like RPG games, like Final Fantasy series. I love the Final Fantasy series. Kingdom Hearts.
Mm.
But I enjoy games nowadays with friends, so I've kind of strayed away from single player games. But they're still
Mhm.
good. They're still fun every once in a while.
Oh yeah.
Mm.
What about you, Oscar? What's your go-to games besides Rocket? So you be talking about Brawlhalla. I'm expecting some good things coming out you, bro. I'm expecting good things.
It depends on my mood. It
Right.
it, it really does. Cause sometimes I play like sports games, and
Okay.
I'm just like, and now I'm just like looking for games to sometimes I play spooky games or scary
Mm.
Right.
scary
Nope.
game.
Nope. I'm
I
good. I'll
love
pass
scary
on that.
games. I
I'll
love
No,
them.
pass.
no, dragon,
Nope.
dragon.
I will veer away from scary games. I on
My
the occasion will play Phasmophobia or Demonologist, but like Madison, you won't catch me playing that game. That ain't happening.
What's
Madison,
Madison?
Madison's like I'm pretty sure it's like Demonologist and Phasmophobia like put together on steroids.
what?
Ooh.
It's apparently supposed to be a super scary game, but
Um.
yeah, you ain't gonna catch me playing that. Nope, I'm good.
Mm,
It's only a single player game too, which is the crazy part. So it's even worse. Like you can't even have support. You're just there to just essentially do your thing and not die.
you should play it for a stream.
Yeah, you really should. I would love to see that. Make it like a stream redemption or
just,
something, reach X amount of subs or
just,
something like
Honestly,
that.
you know what? Yeah, actually, I'll do that. I will do that. That will be my sub goal. If we hit the sub goal, I will get Madison and I will stream. I will do like a big old stream of me playing
hey,
Oh,
it.
that'll be a
you
good
better you better not lie to us.
Oh
one.
no,
Yeah,
no, it's
I'm
already in
holding you
my
to it.
it's already in my cart because I was originally going to do that, but then I stopped streaming for a while. But now that I'm back to streaming again, I think I'll do it again.
Mm. But do you guys have any final messages to my people or to anything to the leagues or to the owners? I don't know.
I mean, I give a shout out to CPL because CPL, without them, I wouldn't be where I am today. I wouldn't be a caster. I wouldn't have the organization that I have, meet all these wonderful, amazing people.
Mhm.
Big shout outs to the casters I did watch beforehand, like Sporty, like Etch a Sketch, like all of them. Like they kind of like the cornerstone of me becoming a caster and just finding myself as a caster. Because I feel like that's the hardest part when you start casting is just
Mhm.
finding your own flow. Because casting, you try to be technical or things like that. Because, like, example, another Sporty is very technical when it comes to the casts,
Yeah.
and a lot of people love that. Like, I love it too. I wish I had a better like overlay system to give me better stats, but
Mhm.
just overall CPL and big shout out to Oasis Gaming for making me the official caster as well as GHE. Like for the past 2 months, I've grown so much in just casting, and hopefully, I'll be able to make it, a business one day. Not even a business, just a passion. It's already become a
Hmm.
passion. I just want to make a living off of it because I really do enjoy it wholeheartedly. And without those people, I wouldn't have met Dragon. I wouldn't have met anybody. Like I'm forever thankful for it. Big shout out to Krusty though. Krusty specifically. Love Krusty, the owner of CPL.
Yeah. Dragon, you have any final words?
Honestly, I mean, one person here, V, got to give a big shout out to him because he's pushed me through a lot of this. They're not pushed, but helped me with a lot of this. CPL as well for giving me the shot to actually do the casting.
Mhm.
Um, like I said, I've been doing this for maybe 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks, and the people that have come back and like requested me, I'm thankful for them. Like I feel like I have my own kind of like I'm I feel like I'm not doing good, but I feel good about myself when someone actually like, hey, are you open? Can you do this? And I'm like, wow, they actually, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to give a shout out to everybody at CPL who's been like asking me to come cast for them, because that genuinely makes me want to keep doing more, because I feel like I'm doing good.
Yeah.
And same with Oasis. They've been giving me a shot. I did my first Oasis stream a couple days ago. That was super awesome. JT over there,
Oh,
he's a
yeah, I
great
was about
guy.
to say big shout out to JT for
Yeah,
this right here. Man
JT's the
made
one.
this for me.
Yeah. JT's the artist over here with our awesome backgrounds.
Mm-hmm.
And then just our org in general, like Tempest and V. They've always been there for me. Without them, I wouldn't have been able to do a lot of the stuff I do today.
Big shout out to the Shock. I've always wanted an org, and I've finally got the push to create my own org, and it wasn't even created by me originally. Like, as Dragon was saying, Tempest, he's like a good friend of mine. He's been my best friend for over a year now, a little bit over a year, and it was just kind of like a spitball idea because our org wasn't doing so well at the time, and he was just like, you know what, you want to start our own? And I was like, sure. I mean, what do I got to do? He's just like, you're the face, I'm the stuff in the background. I'm like, okay. I love talking, I love yapping, and if people like it, they like it, and if they don't, I'm not gonna press you to stay.
True.
Exactly. Yeah.
But this has been VoiceGuy, or V if you want to call him, and Dragon. I'll leave their links down below. Dragon, you better not scam me.
Yeah, same. I'm holding you to that, Drag. I'll pester you every day, bro. Every day.
I'll get the link set up tonight, and then, or not the link, but the thing set up. And once we hit it, I'll get the game.
You better not scam me, but
Nope. Nope. I hold my promises. I will do that.
But this has been the mind of two casters that has been doing this for a minute. Thank you guys for coming on. Take care and peace.